Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about a very important issue. It's education. As you see, we have a saying here. It's learning is a long life process, which tell us that learning starts when we are a baby, and of course it continue with us till we die. And here we have a picture. As you see this picture, it's about a classroom in which there are students studying. Then we have another picture. The picture tells us that education, it's like watering the mind, as you see. Now we are going to move to task number 1, which is match the following proverbs with their main ideas. So we have proverbs. So the first one is, when we open a school door, we close the door of a prison. The second one, it's education is the movement from darkness to light. And the third one is, education is a better safeguard of liberty than a standing army. And of course the ideas, we have A, education gives our thinking a different appearance and helps drive away all our ignorance. It leads us to the path of success. And B, education will give the man the power to take the decision quickly with a better knowledge of the matter. It's always good to have a one fruit, educated wise man instead of 1,000 illiterate fellow. And of course the last one is, the more educated people are, the less criminally inclined they will be. So what do you think? So the first answer is 1 with C. And number 2, it's with A. And number 3, it's with B. Now, it's time to think, time to come up with words related to education. I want you to look at the pictures and come up with any words related to education. So we have education. So well, that's good. We have to participate. Yes, to educate. Good levels. We have to understand. Very good. To write. Family, yeah. We have to study. We have languages. Classrooms. To review, to revise. Success. School. Technology. To read, books, to ask, to search, failure. We have boarding school, to speak, to graduate, degree, to answer, teachers, school subjects, students, and of course society. Now, that's good. What I want you to do now, I want you to look at the pictures and guess the school level. You are expected to look at them and think for a while and then tell me what does the picture represent. So we have the first picture. What do you think? Yes, that's good. It's a primary school. Second picture. Good. Yes, it's a secondary school. Third picture. What is it about? High school level. Yes, it's good. Then the last one, it's about university. Excellent. It's university, or what we call it, higher education. Now we are going to move to learn some vocabulary related to school. So at school, I want you to look at the picture and tell me, what are the students, the place where students are working, what we call it there? Schoolyard, yes. It's also, there is another synonym. It's break time. Students are having a break time. Okay, it's after studying, for instance, for 2 hours, they get a break time in order to refresh their minds and body. Then picture number 2, what is it about? It's about a classroom. Yes, very good. Next one, it's at school. What is it also? This is a dormitory or what we call it a boarding school. Of course, a boarding school, it is meant for those who are living far away from school. It's when they are living far away from school, they have the chance to spend the night and eat in a boarding school. Next one, what is it about? As you see, we have a whiteboard, we have students, and we have computers. So this is a multimedia room. That's good. Next one, what do you see on this picture? That's good. We have books, chairs, bookshelves. Yes, that's good. So what is it about? A library. Very good. It's a library. Yes, we have a library, and these are called bookshelves. Then what's the picture about? Look at the image. What could you say? So this is a restrooms. Then look at this picture. What do we see? We have students. What are they doing? They are playing football. So this is called what? This is a sports field. That's good. Next one. What are they doing? They are in a They are in a laboratory. That's excellent. A laboratory. What do we do there? It's they are doing some experiments. That's good. So the last one, look at this picture. So this is a student. Look at his uniform. It's a specific uniform. So when we wear such clothes, it's this. And look at his hand. He's holding something. So this is when we graduate from school. So the noun is, what is it? It's graduation. That's excellent. It's graduation. So it's when we graduate from school. Then, of course, he is holding what we call it a degree. Okay, that's good. So after providing you with such vocabulary, I'm going to provide you with more vocabularies. Okay? So here I add another vocabularies, and I want you to classify them. I want you first to study the following example or the following sample I'm going to provide for you, and I want you to classify the other vocabulary. So we have school buildings, school subjects, school activities, teaching learning materials. So for instance, we have a classroom, we have philosophy as a school subject, we have exams as a school activity, and of course we have blackboard as a teaching learning material. So of course, now we have this classification. We have school buildings, we have schoolyard, classroom, boarding school, laboratory, school field, sports field, multimedia room, library, restrooms, toilets. For school subjects, we have maths, physics, chemistry, biology, geology, literature, history, geography, Islamic studies, physical education, foreign languages, Arabic, philosophy. And of course, for school activities, very good. I have received nice answers. We have exams, tests, scientific experiments, homework, break time, oral presentation, extra activities, holidays, field trips, lessons. And of course, for teaching learning materials, we have blackboard, whiteboard, desks and tables, CD rooms, maps and posters, projectors, video and DVD players, bookshelves, laptops and desktops, and of course, internet connection. That's excellent job. I'm very proud of you. Now we're going to move to another task, or let's talk about something else. Of course, when we talk about education, as you know, it's very important in our life. It's as many fields or domains are related to it. So we have factors that are affecting education. Of course, so we have, as you see, I have here 5 factors. So technology, family, street, playing, and school. So in your opinion, what is the main factor that influences education either positively or negatively? So Yes, it's family. Why family? Family is simply because it's when we are babies, our parents are responsible for our education. They teach us values, they teach us morals, and of course they teach us how to behave with others. And this is what we call it a basic education. So we receive basic education from our parents. And this led us to the following saying. It's if we educate a boy, we educate one person. But if we educate a girl, we educate a family and a whole nation. This implies, or the key word here, it's a family and a nation. So when we educate a girl, we educate a whole family, simply because a woman is responsible for the education of her kids. And here it's very important. That's why when we educate her, it's the results or the fruit is that we receive a well-educated family, and this leads to a well-educated society, and then of course we're going to have a well-educated country. Then we are going to talk about some vocabulary related to education. So I want you to match the words with the definitions. So we have a boarding school, we have dropouts, tolerance, gifted, we have informal education, misbehavior, library, priority, and of course illiteracy. Then of course we have school subject. We have A, endowed with intelligence, great talent, and high mental abilities. B, permissiveness, accepting other opinions even if different from yours. C, something even given consideration before others. D, inability to read or write. E, place where students study and live away from their home and family. F, students study at school many subjects like Arabic, philosophy, English, mathematics, and French. G, types of education that happens outside the four walls of a classroom. H, bad and wrong behavior from a student inside school. I, place from which students can borrow books and read them at home. G, students who for some reasons leave school without completing basic education. So what's your answers? That's good. 1 with E, 2 with G, 3 with B, 4 with A, 5 with G, 6 with H, 7 with I, 8 with C, 9 with D, and 10 with F. Excellent job. Okay, task number 7. Match the words in A with those in B to make collocations. Then later on, what I want you to do, when you make collocations, I want you to fill in the blanks. You have got sentences in which we have got empty spaces. I want you to complete them with the collocations that you are going to make. So we have A. The first one is adult. Second one, it's school. Third one, it's dropout. Number 4, it's free. Number 5, it's compulsory. Number 6, it's university. Number 7, it's sanitation. Number 8, it's mother. Now we're going to move to the second column. It's B. We have A, student. B, literacy. C, library. D, graduate. E, facilities. F, access. G, tongue. And of course the last one, it's education. So what would be your answers? Number 1 with what? So number 1 with B. That's good. Very good answer. Number 2 with C. Excellent. Number 3 with A. Excellent job. Number 4 with F. Very good answer. Number 5 with H. That's a good answer. Keep up the good work. 6 with D, excellent. 7 with E, very good. And 8 with G, that's excellent. So we have the first one, it's adult literacy. 2, school library. Dropout student, free access, compulsory education, university graduate, sanitation facilities, and mother tongue. Okay, these are the collocations that you come up with. Now I want you to use them to fill in the blanks. Okay, so we have sentence number 1. The Ministry of Education has issued a curricula inviting what? To return to school even if they have failed twice. What's the answer? So it's dropout students. Very good. Number 2, Hind is a student. She has just got her BA degree in management from Al-Akhawain University. So Hind is what? She is, what's the answer? A university graduate. That's excellent. Number 3, we have most rural schools are lacking in. Lacking in what? Such as toilet. As you know, it's Moroccan schools that are in rural areas, they are lacking a lot of things. What are they? We give the example of toilets. So they are lacking sanitation facilities. That's excellent. Number 4, to the library is guaranteed provided that you have your membership card. So what is it? So it's free access, which means that you have free access. You don't need to pay money. Okay, it's all you need is to have a membership card to have access to the library, and then you can borrow books from. Then, of course, number 5, we have the Moroccan educational reform not only seeks to attain quantity through what? So until the age of 16, but also quality education. So here we are talking about compulsory education. That's very good. It's compulsory. It means obligatory. Everyone is obliged to take his kids to school in order to study. Then the last one, it's Arabic. So what is Arabic? Arabic is a language. Okay, that's good. So this language for us, for Moroccans, for we Moroccans, it's considered as what? As our mother tongue. That's very good. So French is what? French is the second language. That's good. Let's move to task number 8. I want you to find the correct word or phrase for the given definitions. So we have A, exercises that students do at home. So sometimes students, when they finish studying at school, the teachers, they give them an assignment to do at home. So what is it called? B, it's a place where students can borrow books. So students can get books from where? It's a place. So C, it's the room where students study physics. So we study physics in a specific place. So this place, it's specific, so it has a name. So what is it? Then D, a period in which students do not go to school. So there is a period when students stay at home, they don't go to school. And E, they are used to organize books in a library. So in a library, we have books, but these books are organized in terms of the subject or the domain or the field they are targeting, either politics or science or culture or whatever. Of course, the first answer is what? It's homework. That's excellent. The second one, it's library. Very good. So it's the place where we can borrow books from. Then we have the room where students study physics. It's a laboratory. That's good. Because physics, in order to study physics, we need to do experiments. And of course, we have to do them in a safe place. And of course, the period when we don't go to school, it's called holidays. It's when we enjoy our time and travel with our family and friends. Then, of course, the last one, they are used to organize books in a library. That's called bookshelves. It's in order to classify them in terms of the either they are related to culture, as I said before, or politics or science or whatever. We have A. We are going to add more sentences. We have A, the time between lessons. So what we call the time between lessons. B, it's a table that shows when lessons begin and end. So in order to know the time of a lesson, or the starts of a lesson and the ending of that lesson, it's, of course, we have something. What is it? Then C, it's the place where students play during the recreation time. Of course, students do what we call it leisure activities, or they have got leisure time. Leisure time, this leisure time when students play. So what is it called? Then D, it's a set of paper in which you copy your lessons. So of course, when you are studying, you have got something in which you take notes of the teacher. Then E, a small bag for your pens. So you keep your pens, you keep your ruler, and or what we call them, your learning stuff in something. So this something has got a name. F, the room where students conduct scientific experiments. So we're going to start with the first one. Yes, it's a break. B, it's a timetable or a schedule. That's good. Of course, we have it's called a schoolyard. It's a schoolyard. It's an open space where you can run, jump, sing, or do whatever. Of course, then we have a copybook or a notebook. Then, of course, we have pencil case. The name, it's clear. We have pen and case, or pencil and case. Then, of course, we have a laboratory or a lab. That's good answers. Now, it's task number 9. I want you to complete the following sentences. Okay, so as you see here, we have got sentences. I like school because this is it's an open exercise. I want you to be creative and productive. Use the language or use the vocabulary that you have learned before. So I like school because my favorite school subject is without education. In the future, I would like to be. Online learning is one way to eradicate illiteracy is. So what would be your answers? For instance, for the first one, I like school because. So why do you like school? So I like school because I learn new things. I learn about values, morals, okay? Or you can say whatever you want. Or I like school because I can meet my classmates. We have fun, we study, we learn, we love our teachers. Then number 2, we have my favorite school subject is. So what is it? Is it English? Is it maths? Arabic? Okay, so my favorite subject school is, for instance, English or French. It's up to you. Then number 3, we have without education. So of course, without education, what am I going to be? Am I going to be a good citizen or a bad citizen? So in order to be a good citizen, I have to be well educated. Okay, so I have to be a literate person. I have to know how to read, how to write. Then of course, in the future, I would like to be. What would you like to be? Would you like to be a teacher, a doctor, whatever you have, and in order to reach your dream, you have to work hard for it. And this is also related to education. You have to be well educated to succeed in your job or in your future job. So online learning is, what? Online learning is good, especially when we have, for instance, when we are living far away from school, or especially in cases like what is happening now, of course, in Morocco because of the coronavirus. So online learning is good now. It's We have to rely on it in order to educate our kids. One way to eradicate illiteracy is, of course, is to encourage, to promote, and to encourage parents to send their children to school, to encourage them by providing them with money, with books, and with other things. That's all for education. As you know, education is so important, so we have to give it much importance. Thank you for being attentive and active. That's all.